The humble Lincoln penny. Most people toss them into jars or leave them forgotten in cup holders. But what if I told you that certain pennies from the 1960s could be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, thousands. Not because they're particularly old, they're not, but because of fascinating minting errors and unique circumstances that transformed ordinary pocket change into numismatic treasures. Today, we're exploring two of these remarkable coins that might be hiding in your collection or even in that bowl of loose change on your dresser. Let's start with the 1964 penny, specifically, the 1964 Special Mint Set penny. Now, the 1960s were a turbulent time for U.S. coinage. Silver prices were rising, and the mint was transitioning away from silver dimes and quarters. During this period of change, something unusual happened with the 1964 penny. The Special Mint Set penny from 1964 has a distinctive satin finish, noticeably different from both the mirror-like proof pennies and the standard circulation strikes. The surface has a soft, silky appearance that catches light in a unique way that experienced collectors can spot immediately. When examining one, pay special attention to the texture. It should have an even, consistent satin appearance across the entire coin. What makes this penny truly remarkable is that it never should have existed in the first place. The Special Mint Set program didn't officially begin until 1965, yet somehow, a small number of 1964 pennies received this special satin finish treatment. The U.S. Mint has never fully explained how or why these coins were produced, adding to their mystique and value. Look closely at the coin's detail. The 1964 SMS penny shows exceptionally sharp striking quality. Lincoln's beard, hair, and coat details are crisp and well-defined, and the wheat stalks on the reverse have remarkable clarity. The rim is perfectly formed, and the date and mint mark are sharp and distinct. In terms of value, these coins are truly exceptional. While a standard 1964 penny might be worth just a few cents, a genuine 1964 SMS penny in uncirculated condition has sold for $5,000 to $10,000 at auction. In 2019, one particularly pristine example achieved an astounding $12,000 at a major coin auction. The value varies dramatically with condition. Even the slightest contact mark or evidence of handling can reduce the value significantly. Many collectors consider the 1964 SMS penny to be the key to completing a Special Mint Set collection, making it highly sought after despite its relatively recent vintage. Here's something fascinating: numismatists believe that fewer than 30 authentic examples exist today. Many were likely spent as ordinary coins by people who didn't recognize their significance. Imagine paying for a newspaper or candy bar with what would eventually become a five-figure coin. The story of how these coins were discovered is equally compelling. It wasn't until the 1990s that collectors began to recognize these distinct specimens. A prominent dealer noticed unusual-looking 1964 cents in a collection and, after careful examination, determined they had the same distinctive finish as the later Special Mint sets. This discovery sent shockwaves through the collecting community and initiated a hunt for more examples. Now let's turn our attention to another remarkable penny, the 1968 No-S Proof Lincoln Cent. If you're a serious collector, you might already feel your pulse quickening at the mention of this legendary error coin. 1968 marked a significant transition in U.S. coinage production. The San Francisco Mint had just resumed striking proof coins after a 3-year hiatus, and these coins were supposed to bear the S mint mark. But through what can only be described as an extraordinary oversight, a small batch of proof pennies was struck without the crucial S mint mark. When examining a potential 1968 No-S penny, first confirm it's actually a proof coin. True proofs have a mirror-like field and a frosted, dimensional relief on Lincoln's profile. Regular circulation strikes might look similar to the untrained eye, but they lack the dramatic contrast and mirrored surface of a genuine proof. Under magnification, the proof's fields should appear virtually flawless, with a deep, reflective quality. The absence of the mint mark is, of course, the key identifier. Where you should see a small S below the date, there's nothing but smooth surface. This wasn't simply a weak strike, the mint mark was completely absent from the die used to strike these pennies. How rare are we talking? Experts estimate that only 20 to 40 examples exist, making this one of the rarest modern U.S. coins. Most were distributed in standard proof sets before the error was discovered, meaning they went directly into collectors' hands rather than circulation. The market value of this coin is staggering. Even in modest proof condition, a 1968 no-S penny commands $15,000 to $20,000. Premium examples in perfect proof condition have sold for over $50,000 at auction. In 2018, one particularly magnificent specimen realized $72,000, an astonishing sum for a coin that's barely over 50 years old. There's a fascinating story behind their discovery too. The error was first reported in July 1968 by a collector in Washington who purchased a proof set and noticed something odd about his penny. Initially, many experts were skeptical, believing it might be a circulation strike that somehow made its way into a proof set. But as more examples emerged, all from proof sets, the numismatic community had to acknowledge that a major minting error had occurred. The mint has never officially explained how these coins came to be, though specialists theorize that in the rush to resume proof production at San Francisco, a die without the mint mark was accidentally put into service. By the time the error was discovered, thousands of sets had already been packaged and shipped. Condition is paramount with this coin. Since it was only issued as a proof, collectors expect pristine surfaces. Even minor imperfections can significantly impact value. The most valuable examples display perfect mirrored fields, sharp strikes, and no signs of handling or contact marks. So there you have it, two seemingly ordinary pennies that represent extraordinary quirks in U.S. minting history. The 1964 SMS penny, a coin that shouldn't exist from a program that hadn't officially started. And the 1968 no-S proof penny, a glaring error that somehow made it past quality control at one of the world's most respected mints. What makes these coins so compelling isn't just their monetary value but the windows they provide into the human elements of coin production, the experimental nature of the 1964 SMS penny and the simple oversight that created the 1968 no-S proof. They remind us that even in processes designed to be perfect and consistent, fascinating variations can occur. Check your collections, check your change jars, these valuable treasures might be hiding in plain sight. And if you're lucky enough to find one, you've discovered not just a valuable coin, but a remarkable piece of American numismatic history.